So you're thinking about moving to Irvine, California, and you're trying to get a balanced view of what it's like to live here. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing in this video today. I'm going to be breaking down the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, the ugly, all in today's video. No stone unturned. We're going to be going in depth, so stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Isaiah Rosario. I'm a real estate agent and the host of Living in Orange County. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to learn what it's like to live, play, and move in Irvine and Orange County, then consider subscribing and tapping that little notification bell so you're updated every single time we upload a new video here. And go ahead and drop a like if you find the information in this video valuable. And if you're thinking about moving to one of the cities I talk about on this channel, shoot us a call, text, email, anytime. Every single day we get people just like you that are moving here, and we love it. That's what we do. We help people relocate and buy homes in the OC. So if you ever need anything, if there's anything I can ever do to help you, my contact info will be at the bottom of the screen here or in the description. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the real pros and cons of living in Irvine, California. I'm going to be going back and forth from pro to con just to try and give you a real balanced perspective. And hey, it's not all sunshine and roses here in Irvine, even though it's a pretty nice place to live. I'm going to try to be as in-depth and unbiased as possible. So let's get started with the first pro. So pro number one, Irvine is actually the safest city of its size in America for Part 1 violent crime. According to the FBI data for calendar year 2019, Irvine has the lowest rate of violent crime per capita of any city in the nation with a population of 250,000 or more. This is the 15th consecutive year Irvine has had the lowest per capita violent crime rate for its size. Irvine's police chief Mike Hamill credited the department's positive relationship with the community and strong city leadership for its continued success. And I can tell you, as someone who spent a lot of time in Irvine but grew up in some of the not so safe cities in the Inland Empire, that when you're in Irvine, you just feel safe. People wave, people are friendly, the parks are clean, the parking lots are well lit. No one's out here mad dogging you or sizing you up. People in general just kind of mind their own business. And as you can see, I've flown my drone a lot in Irvine, and I've never felt like anyone was eyeing it. But when I've flown it in other cities, I've for sure felt some eyes from some maybe not so well-meaning opportunists. I'll show you here, actually. This thing was pretty pricey, and it makes a lot of noise and attracts a lot of attention. So you can guess, like, you don't really want to fly it into unsafe of an area. So that's pro number one. Irvine is just a really safe city, statistically, and just the general vibe of the area. Now let's talk about con number one. So con number one, and this is the biggest con in my opinion, is that Irvine is expensive. So now if you're watching this, you probably already know a little bit about the cost of living in Irvine. But if you want a full breakdown on the cost of housing, utilities, the job market, absolutely everything, I did a full in-depth video on that, and I'll link it below in the description of this video. So you can go ahead and check that out if you want to know more, if you want to do some calculations on whether or not you can afford Irvine. But yeah, Irvine is a pricey place to live, mostly due to the housing costs. Irvine's housing market is 87% more expensive than the national average and about 30% more expensive than California's average. However, I do have to mention that the rest of your bills are more in line with national averages, and utilities are actually here on average 30% cheaper than national averages. So if you can afford the housing, you can probably afford to live here. But go ahead and check out my other video on it when you're done with this one, because that's the best resource to help you decide. So on to pro number two. So pro number two is actually the cleanliness. Now this kind of goes hand in hand with safety, so I won't spend too much time on it, but I dare anyone to find another city of this size with so little graffiti and litter. I haven't seen another one like it. Irvine is so freaking clean. The parks, the public utilities, just everything is so clean, nice, well-maintained, well taken care of. And it's really a testament to the city's staff. So shout out to those guys and girls for holding it down for the city. But yeah, not much else to say about it other than Irvine is a very clean place to live. Now on to con number two. So con number two is the public transportation in Irvine. For a city of its size and density, Irvine's public transportation really isn't all that great. The bus stops are pretty infrequent, and California's Metrolink service doesn't run in Irvine. Now, this won't be a problem if you own a car, obviously, but I feel like it had to be mentioned. Something to keep in mind, however, is that Irvine has very well thought out bike lanes and support for bikers. So if biking is your thing, Irvine does have you covered on that front. It might be a small con, but I wanted to include it here because I want to cover absolutely everything you need to know about living here. And if you own a car, then I wouldn't really worry about it. So on to pro number 3. Pro number 3 is that Irvine is an outdoor lover's dream, and its location is ideal for those that enjoy both summer outdoor activities and winter activities. Irvine is about 20 minutes away from the beautiful beaches of Newport, the hidden gem of Crystal Cove, and the luxury of Laguna Beach. But if the beach isn't your thing, how about an afternoon hike in the beautiful Silverado Mountains? With over 22 top-rated trails just 20 to 25 minutes away from anywhere in Irvine, there's no shortage of mountain forests for you to explore. Personally, I've done many hikes in the Silverado Mountains, and some of them are my absolute favorite. I'm an avid hiker. I love hiking, so for me, this is actually really a big pro of living in Irvine, is all the nice trails that you have pretty much immediate access to. There are also many available camping sites if you feel like you'd like to spend more than just a day hike in the Silverado. But maybe being in nature on 2 legs isn't your thing. Maybe you're more of a mountain biking enthusiast. So some of the best mountain biking trails in Southern California are available in the same Silverado Mountains, just 20 to 25 minutes from Irvine. This is a hobby I'm actually looking to get into for myself, and I'm lucky enough to have access to all these great trails. So if you're a mountain biker, Irvine is definitely a great city to be in. And as for winter activities, while Irvine doesn't really have seasons, it doesn't snow here, it is just 1 to 2 hours away from some of the best snowboarding and skiing spots in Southern California. Places like Big Bear and Mount Baldy in the San Bernardino and Angeles National Forests, respectively. These forests are also home to excellent hiking, camping, and mountain biking trails themselves, so as you can tell, there's no shortage of outdoor activities for you to enjoy if you live in Irvine. So now let's talk about con number 3. Con number 3 is the lack of nightlife or official downtown areas. While this may not be a con for everyone, if you're looking for more of that downtown urban nightlife feel, Irvine may leave you slightly disappointed. Irvine is more of a suburban, quiet kind of vibe than a crazy party town. This is probably what contributes to its safety and cleanliness. And in my opinion, there's plenty of dining and entertainment options for my taste, but it's not like downtown Fullerton or downtown LA. But luckily, if you wanted to get a little crazy, you're about 20 minutes from downtown Fullerton and about 40 minutes-ish, depending on traffic, from LA. So that's con number 3, the lack of nightlife. So on to pro number 4. Pro number 4 is that Irvine is a master plan city. A master plan city is a community that was carefully planned from its inception. This contrasts with cities that evolve more organically. And what this means for you is that everywhere is beautiful, well-maintained, and not really congested with traffic. The layout makes sense, the streets are wide and well-paved, and it just really contributes to the overall quality feel of living in Irvine. One of my personal favorite benefits of Irvine being a master plan city is the fantastic park system. The city boasts 20 community parks and more than 40 neighborhood parks and special facilities for residents to enjoy. These parks are safe, clean, and have great sports amenities, as well as many events being held in these parks. Irvine also has the Orange County Great Park, an absolutely massive park based on a visionary plan for 1,300 acres of amenities and park space. More than 450 acres of park has been completed already, with 230 additional acres in progress. I'll throw some drone shots of it up on the screen for you here, and you can see how freaking huge this place is. It really is something awesome that Irvine has direct access to. So that's pro number 4, Irvine being a master plan city and having one of the best park systems that I know about. Great amenities and streets, and the overall layout of the city just making sense. One of my personal favorite pros of living in Irvine. So on to con number 4. So con number 4 is going to be the dense housing of Irvine. So unless you're getting into the $1.5 million plus houses, you're going to be pretty close to your neighbors. Almost every neighborhood in Irvine is very suburbs-like, and houses usually lack a big backyard. This is one of my biggest cons when it comes to living in Irvine. Personally, I like a little more space and privacy where I live, so it really comes down to what you want out of where you want to live. I won't spend too much time on this one as it kind of speaks for itself. I'll throw up some pics on the screen showing what I'm talking about, just the general kind of average neighborhood. But yeah, if you're okay with the suburbs, then this shouldn't be a problem. But if you want some more space, maybe a different city might be better for you. Somewhere like South Santa Ana, North Tustin, or maybe Orange City. So that's it. Yeah, Irvine housing is just pretty dense. It's really up to you whether or not you're okay with that, and it really depends on your budget how dense it can be. So on to pro number 5. Pro number 5 of living in Irvine is the excellent top-rated educational system. All the way from kindergarten to college, Irvine boasts some of the best schools in California. The Irvine Unified School District consistently ranks among the finest educational systems in the nation, and Irvine schools offer innovative educational programs, open-style classrooms, team teaching, some schools with year-round terms, and excellent community involvement. IUSD educates a diverse student population numbering over 36,000 from K through 12 in 24 elementary schools, 1 early childhood learning center, 4 K through 8 schools, 6 middle schools, and 5 comprehensive high schools, and 1 alternative high school. Irvine students consistently lead Orange County in SAT scores, and more than 90% of their high school graduates attend college. IUSD has nationally recognized schools, student performance well above state and national comparisons, and comprehensive programs in academics, the arts, and athletics. Irvine is also home to one of the nation's leading public research universities, UC Irvine, which ranks as number 8 in public universities, according to U.S. News and World Report. With 29 graduate programs in the top 50 in the nation, and was ranked as the number 1 university for doing the most for the American dream, according to the New York Times. It's a pretty big accolade. So overall, the educational system in Irvine is one of the top in the whole nation and is one of the biggest pros of raising a family here. Every single suburb has access to a top school, and there's no shortage of other family-friendly activities in the city. So that's it for pros, guys. Now on to the last con. So con number 5, and the last con in this video, is that Irvine homes are pretty similar. Most homes, especially the newer construction ones, are very cookie cutter. They all look similar with similar layouts. And while this is pretty much true for any suburb in the nation, the fact that Irvine is kind of one giant suburb really makes it even more apparent. And this trend seems to be continuing with all the new constructions as well. And while not really a huge con necessarily, if you're the type of person that wants a unique or custom home, Irvine might not be the best place for you. Again, checking out some of the surrounding cities like South Santa Ana, North Tustin, or Aliso Viejo might be a slightly better option if cookie cutter homes are an issue for you. So that's it, guys. That's the pros and cons of living in Irvine, California. My name's Isaiah Rosario. I'm a licensed realtor here, and if you have any questions or concerns about relocating to Irvine or buying a home here or in Orange County, my phone number and email will be linked below this video, or you can go ahead and leave a comment asking any questions. I got people reaching out every single day, and it's great. I love helping you guys, so if there's ever anything I can do for you, just go ahead and shoot me a message. This has been Living in Orange County. Feel free to check out our Irvine playlist below, as well as our other videos, and consider subscribing if you want to see more content, and drop a like if you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and welcome to Irvine.